My name is Debbie Mayer, and I'm 62 years old. And I have had different ailments, you might say, throughout my life. I have multiple sclerosis. I've had that since probably 30 plus years now. And chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, those are hard to diagnose, but I have all of the symptoms and things. And so I've taken pharmaceutical drugs and things over the years for all of these, and currently taking a shot every other week for my MS. And I recently was introduced to this new product, the Feast, that is part of the Resilient Life is the name of the company, I believe. And just been taking it for a short period of time and feeling so much better. A sense of overall well-being is how I've thought that it would basically express that. And then in some very specific ways found that I'm able to go longer in the day when I have many things to do. And it gives me a focus, more I can focus, I can organize my thoughts, I don't feel as tight, or my pain levels are different. So an overall feeling of feeling much younger than I really am, because I was feeling like, I don't know what it feels like to be 90, but I was feeling like you shouldn't feel this way at 62. And so I'm feeling a lot younger and hopeful that I've got a few more good years of walking and working in my yard and being able to go on vacations. You know, I was getting to the point where I felt like it was just too hard. And feeling much like my 87-year-old mother that doesn't get out very much anymore. And I was going to try this on her, and started giving her the energy capsules, just one in her little pill box every day. And her comment has been that it helps me focus enough that I feel like I can get up and go take my pills, the other pills that she's on. And another thing that I've noticed, though, I go once a week and help her with her pills and things around the house, go grocery shopping and things. And she hasn't laughed out loud in many years. And that's what's so interesting, is that even though she's got chronic illnesses and she's 87 years old, she is able to laugh. And that's one of the things that I've noticed. And I don't know that it's that, but the way it makes me feel, I feel like I could laugh or smile a little more, because I don't feel as hopeless or whatever. I don't know exactly how to explain it. Well, I would set my alarm, and because I would, in the past, I would get up and make drinks for my husband before he has a little powder drink also that he does, and to get him off and out the door. And that would get me up in the morning, but it was always a struggle. And then I would just struggle. It was really a struggle. I'd make the lists of things to do, and then I had all of these things that I needed to do, and it was so overwhelming that I thought, I don't know that I can do this. And so now, and then there's always an underlying pain. You know, I haven't been totally out of pain for a long, long time. My back is fused. I have other kinds of things going on too. And osteoporosis and just age. But now I still have the struggle getting out of bed in the morning, but as soon as I take my little capsules,
your feast.
Yes, my feast, it's like 15-20 minutes and I'm a whole new person. The other thing that's very interesting too is that with my MS, I have balance issues, pretty bad balance issues. It helps me with that. I don't know how it does it, but it helps me with my balance. And I'm not saying I'm completely cured of all of these things, but it's, and I'm just taking a minimal, just to test it because of these issues. And so as I increase, because I've only been on it for a short period of time, I'm sure that there's going to be more benefits for me in the long run. And then it's like you don't have, it's like with caffeine or something like that, you're almost waiting to think that, it says 9-hour energy on there, that you're going to get this real big burst of energy. It's more in a whole balance of wellness. It's not that you're going to go 90 miles an hour here for 9 hours and then you're going to crash at the end. There's none of that. And then at the end of the day, I'm so excited at the things that I was able to do. Organize a table that just has had a bunch of papers and things, file them away or throw them away. And just little things like that I have not been able to do for a very long time. And so, and then with my husband, this has been an interesting experience. My husband has started taking it, and I've just noticed for him, and he's made comments about this, that he hasn't felt this good in years. And he's gone the whole route of the caffeine kinds of things, the natural caffeine. But he has just, his whole outlook on life and his stress levels have seemed to just calm down. And so he has benefited by it too. And like you say, I'm happy. I'm happier, and I don't feel so burdened down with it. And that like when I look at my list, I'm not overwhelmed by it. I can categorize it, and I don't feel guilty that I haven't done all of these things. There's another day, and it has changed my life, really. It has really changed my life.
So if you were to say, for before and after, how many years younger do you feel now?
Well, if you go from 90 that I thought I was feeling to now, 50, 40, really. And I'm 62. Because in my mind, well, the thing about it is, in my mind, I've never felt much older than 16. 16 is a big year. When you learn you can drive a car and you can be independent and those kinds of things, and get your driver's license. So in my mind, a lot of times I'd never felt older, but my body was just, for many, many years, has just felt so old. And my mind is clearer and I'm happier. Another interesting thing is that when I go shopping, grocery shopping, I have to get a cart because of my balance. But I think I smile more when I'm at the grocery store because people will smile at me now. And that may sound funny to you or to other people, but it's a sense of overall well-being that you can go on another day and there's hope for better days after that. But it makes you feel so good. And then you don't feel guilty about having a treat during the day. because you've done, and what's interesting is that our physical bodies and our minds, they need good stuff. And in a world where, unless you cook and do, your vegetables and everything, they put so much stuff in our food, packaged foods and things like that. That we in the lives that we lead, we don't have a lot of time to do all of our vegetables right from the garden or whatever. And so it makes me feel so wonderful that I'm giving my body something, and it makes such a difference. I can never go back to the way I used to be. And I know that this, as long as I can keep these products going into my system, that I will not have to ever go back to the way I used to be. I'm so grateful for them. It changed my life a lot.